to the Auditory Vinyl. Oh, hi Molly, glad you're watching. This is where I do a history. Geez, I can't even talk. This week in vinyl history. There we go. I got it out. Where I just talk about some older releases and big hits this week. So this week, starting October 20th, 1977, Ronnie Van Zant, Steve Gaines, Cassie Gaines, and the Lynyrd Skynyrd manager Dean Kirkpatrick all died in a plane crash. Other members of the band got seriously injured, and of course it changed the band forever. They ended up just having like a revolving door of musicians coming in and filling in, but they still made hits after that and touring. They're still touring. None of the original members, but they're still doing it. October 20th, 1979, Eagles, The Long Run, 9 weeks, number one on the US album chart. This whole album is great, every song on here, but the hits were The Long Run, I Can't Tell You Why, In the City, Heartache Tonight, Sad Cafe was a great tune. Bob Seger helped write Heartache Tonight. David Sanborn plays sax on the Sad Cafe. Jimmy Buffett even helps out with some background vocals on the Greeks Don't Want No Freaks. So, yeah, hell of an album. October 20th, Wanda Jackson turned 87. She was the one that a lot of people considered the female Elvis when she first came out, called her the First Lady of Rock and Roll. October 21st, 1977, Meatloaf released Bat Out of Hell. This was huge. A lot of airplay, a lot of MTV playing. The title track, You Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth, Heaven Can Wait, All Revved Up, No Place to Go, 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, just really killer. I believe that's Jim Steinman. He's the one that wrote all the stuff. Todd Rundgren produced and engineered it. Yeah, pretty much everybody has that one, I'm sure. October 21st, Elvin Bishop turned 82. And Charlotte Caffey of the Go-Go's turned 71. October 22nd, 1976, Bob Seger released Night Moves. Another great album that pretty much everybody had. Rock and Roll Never Forgets, Night Moves, Fire Down Below, Main Street, huge song. I really like his writing on songs like Main Street. Very nostalgic, kind of takes you back to the times when you were younger. Really cool stuff. October 22nd, Bobby Blotzer, not sure how to pronounce that, the drummer from Rat, he turned 66. October 23rd, my son Austin turned 28. October 23rd, 1976, Chicago, If You Leave Me Now, 2 weeks, US singles, number one. Other than the kind of sappy pop ballad, the rest of the album's pretty good. You know, it's typical Chicago sound. A lot of people have long given up on them by now, but they're good. I like what they do with all their album covers, using the same font, just in different scenarios and pictures and stuff. Kind of a cool deal they got going. October 23rd, 2007. It is one of my favorite albums of the last 20 years or so. Just killer. Produced by T-Bone Burnett. He also plays a bunch on here. They do songs by other artists like Sam Phillips, the Everly Brothers, Tom Waits, Mel Tillis, Townes Van Zandt. Just a bunch of great stuff. Norman Blake is on here. He was big indie rock and Americana type stuff, but really, really good. Great album. Double album, actually, but yeah. Won a ton of awards when it came out. So if you're one of the few that haven't heard this, you need to go listen. It's fantastic. October 23rd, Dwight Yoakam turned 68. October 24th, 1971, American Pie was released. Went straight to number one because of the title track, obviously. It's just what can you say? The song is everywhere. It's in movies, TV shows, just been covered a bunch of times. Both the short version and the long version. But yeah, killer tune. Everybody does it on karaoke. It's just one of those songs that it's, like I said, it's everywhere. Everybody knows that song. I forgot to grab one. But in 1978, The Wiz soundtrack came out. Had Diana Ross and Michael Jackson in there. Basically the movie version of the Broadway play. October 24th, Bill Wyman played bass for the Stones. He turned 88. October 25th, 1980, Barbra Streisand went to number one with this album, Guilty. A lot of help from Barry Gibb. He wrote, produced, and sang on here. But yeah, just another another big seller by Barbra Streisand. In October 25th, 1986, it was the first time 3 female vocalists were in the top 3 of the Billboard 100. 86. Who are you thinking? Madonna? Whitney Houston? No, those were the first 2 people I thought of, but no. Number 1 was Cyndi Lauper with True Colors. Number 2 was Tina Turner, Typical Male. And number 3, Janet Jackson, When I Think of You. So it was the first time ever that 3 female solo acts were in the top 3 of the US Billboard 100. October 25th, John Anderson of Yes turned 80, and Katy Perry turned 40. October 26, 1985, and that's part of the reason I was thinking of her on that last thing. Read my notes. Saving All My Love for You, number 1 on the US singles, 1985. Huge album for Whitney. Also on here, You Give Good Love. How Will I Know? That was huge. Greatest Love of All. Yeah, big album for her. Hold Me was a duet with Teddy Pendergrass. Just looking to see if any other Jermaine Jackson helped produce. Big album for Whitney. October 26, 2010, Keith Richards' book came out, Life. This is a really, really good read. If you haven't read it, if you're a fan of Keith and the Stones, you should check it out. It's really good. Of course, it covers his whole life. Got a lot of great pictures. Growing up around a war-torn town. Yeah, good book, good read. Check it out. October 26th, David Was from Was Not Was turned 72. And Keith Urban turned 57. Some new releases this week. Green Day's American Idiot is being re-released, 20th anniversary edition. If you get the deluxe, it's 8 LPs. And then it's also got a book and a poster and a bunch of extra stuff. But I think there's a less one that isn't quite so expensive. I think that's like $200 or something. But I think there's another one that's just a 2 LP one, so maybe that's more fitting. Queen re-released their debut, Queen 1 from 1973. Tears for Fears has a new album out, Songs for a Nervous Planet. It's got some, like, I think half of it's new releases and then the other half is some live stuff. And Great White is re-releasing Once Bitten, their 1987 album. Music in the back is by somebody from the vinyl community, Michael P. Dawson. Go check out his channel. He shows a lot of real cool stuff. Like I said, this is his music. You can go to Bandcamp and find it. Michael P. Dawson. So check out his channel and his music. So thanks for watching. Have a good weekend and enjoy the music.